You have probably heard these iconic words somewhere. It's a battle cry which translates to fight. But it wasn't until season 4 of the Attack on Titan that these words took on a whole new meaning. What changed? Well, the answer lies in the character of Eren Yeager, the protagonist, or you can say the antagonist of the series. From the impulsive, hot-headed protagonist in the first season to the calculated and strategic mastermind in season 4, Eren's character development is a captivating journey in itself. So if you have ever wondered how to develop your character, adapt to life's challenges, and emerge as a more strategic thinker, Eren's evolution in season 4 is a blueprint you don't wanna miss. So without further ado, let's get started. Always say less than necessary. In the earlier seasons of Attack on Titan, Eren was vocal and impulsive, freely sharing his views and emotions. He was often seen as passionate, but his straightforwardness made him predictable. However, as the story progresses, we see a significant change in Eren's character. In season 4, Eren becomes more secretive and reserved, which aligns with the idea of saying less than necessary. He no longer openly expresses his feelings and motives, particularly after his surprising visit to Marley. This change in behavior leaves the audience in the dark, uncertain about his intentions and what has happened during the time lapse. Eren's transformation from a vocal young warrior to a cryptic and enigmatic figure reflects this principle. It creates an air of mystery around his persona, keeping us guessing and curious. As viewers, we can learn from this shift in Eren's character. Sometimes it makes sense to hold back information and to maintain an air of mystery, especially when you're going through significant changes or transformations in your own life. Just as Eren's secrecy piqued our curiosity as the audience, sharing less can make others intrigued about your actions and decisions. In real life, you can implement this principle by being selective about when and what we want to share. It's not about being secretive for the sake of it, but rather about being mindful of what you want to reveal. By doing so, you can pique people's interest in what you have to say or offer by arousing their curiosity and excitement about yourself. Just like Eren, it's crucial to understand that sharing less can sometimes be a strategic step towards achieving your goals. Number 2. Master the art of timing. Eren's prison escape is a perfect example of this principle in action. Knowing the military were going to select someone who would comply to inherit his founding Titan abilities, he made the decision to escape at the right moment. This timing was critical because Eren wanted to retain the control of the founder's powers and prevent the military from designating a successor who might not align with his goals. Eren's sympathizers, who recognized the importance of timing, helped him in escaping. By doing so, they allowed him to maintain authority over the founder's powers and control the situation. Eren's escape was not a random act, but rather a well-planned strategy based on the timing of the military's intentions. When Eren met with the Yeagerists, he realized that now was the time to align himself with them in order to fulfill his goals efficiently. The important issue of timing in this context is Eren's request to locate Zeke, his half-brother. Eren knew that through making direct physical contact with Zeke, he would be able to access the Founder's powers without limitations and use it any way he desired to. As a result, timing was crucial in Eren's plan to ensure the mission's success. What we can take up from this situation is that Eren's actions were not impulsive but were precisely timed to achieve his goals. In our own lives, understanding when to act and when to wait for the most impact is critical. Just as waiting too long might result in missed opportunities, sometimes making decisions quickly can have negative consequences. When investing in the stock market, for example, knowing when to buy and when to sell is critical. Investors often benefit from waiting for the perfect time to buy a particular stock, taking into account market conditions, the company's performance, and other relevant factors. Similarly, they must understand when the moment is perfect to sell and avoid making impulsive decisions on panic or fear. Just like Eren's calculated escape to meet Zeke, investors who exhibit patience and choose the right moment to buy and sell stocks are more likely to achieve their financial goals. The lesson here is that mastering the art of timing is an invaluable skill, whether in the world of Attack on Titans or in other real-life scenarios. Conceal your intentions. During the 4th season of the show, Eren shows a magnificent illustration of hiding one's intentions. In a certain time frame of the season, Eren deliberately kept his true intentions hidden. When Marley was in chaos, Eren could have revealed his true identity at the Attack Titan at any time, but he didn't. Instead, he disguised himself as a wounded Marleyan soldier. This disguise served a dual purpose. First, it allowed Eren to remain unnoticeable and move around undetected. Second, it helped him in gaining the trust of Falco, a young warrior candidate from Marley. By doing so, Eren could extract valuable information from Falco without arousing suspicion. This careful concealment of intentions was all part of Eren's elaborate plan. Eren's action emphasized the power of strategic concealment. By hiding his true identity and intentions, he maintained an element of surprise and control over the situation. He used this element to his advantage, ultimately seizing the opportunity to reveal his true self when it mattered the most. Concealing your intentions isn't about being deceitful, but rather about maintaining a sense of surprise and control. You can get along with others and adjust to the changing conditions more easily if you don't reveal your genuine intentions. Think about it in the context of your own life. If you announce your every motive or intention, it becomes easier for others to predict your actions and potentially obstruct your path to success. Instead, cautiously disclose your plans in order to maintain a certain amount of control and mystery. It's not about being dishonest, it's about controlling how you communicate. There is a scientific knowledge that supports this approach. According to psychological research, people who reveal too much too quickly can often come off as overbearing. On the other hand, those who maintain a sense of mystery tend to be more intriguing and charismatic. This can work in your favor in both personal and professional situations. In essence, this strategy encourages us to think critically, act strategically, and when the time is perfect, reveal our full potential. Just like Eren, who kept his full power concealed until the perfect moment for him to gain control. Number 4. Plan all the way to the end. This principle of planning all the way to the end can indeed be connected to Eren, as it shows the importance of planning and thinking ahead in order to reach a certain goal and make significant changes in the world around him. In the episode Memories of the Future, we learned about the Attack Titan's unique ability to glimpse into the memories of its future inheritors. Even the royal family was unaware of this power. Eren, as the inheritor of the Attack Titan, gains access to this extraordinary ability. What makes this interesting is how it connects to the concept of planning all the way to the end. Throughout the series, Eren is revealed to be the mastermind behind every key event, and he meticulously plans the course of action for his goal of freeing his people and ending the cycle of oppression. His father Eren Yeager started the story by slaughtering the Reese family and stealing the Founding Titan and the Attack Titan, and also passing them down to Eren. But what's truly intriguing is that Eren was acting based on the orders from a future version of Eren. This means that Eren has been planning his actions meticulously, considering the long-term consequences and taking calculated steps to ensure the freedom of his people. And just like Eren, we should think about the long-term consequences of our decisions and actions. We must anticipate future challenges and opportunities and have a clear view of our ultimate goals. By planning all the way to the end, we can make more informed choices and increase our chances of achieving our desired outcomes. In our real lives, you can apply this principle by setting clear objectives, breaking them down into actionable steps, and thinking how each decision contributes to our long-term vision. For instance, if you have career aspirations, don't just focus on your current job, but think about where you want to be in the next 5 or 10 years. What skills, experiences, or connections do you need to get there? This foresight and planning can help you make more intentional and strategic choices. In the end, Eren Yeager's transformation from a passionate, impulsive youth to a strategic mastermind in Season 4 is a testament to the power of character development. Now take a moment to reflect on your own life. Consider where you can exercise restraint in your words, where mastering timing can make a difference, where considering your intentions can give you an advantage, and where planning all the way to the end can set you on a path to achieve your own goals. So as you go forth in your journey, channel your inner Eren Yeager, and when the time comes to make your mark on the world, remember those iconic words, Tatakae, Tatakae. It's a call to action and a reminder to fight for your own dreams. It's time to write your own epic, just like Eren did in Season 4. Tatakae. Tatakae. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.